just filled up. It's 32 degrees, 5:30 this morning. We're on our way to Denver. Yay. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect when I get there. Obviously, I'm there for work, but I would like to try and find some fun things to do while I'm out of town. So if you guys are familiar with the area, if you're from the area, let me know. And I would love to keep myself busy. We're now in Wyoming. It's freaking 4 degrees outside. Still got 6 hours left. It's not good. You can see the frost on the road. It is the first stop of the day. It is 7:30. We are in Wyoming. There is absolutely nothing out here except for windmills. There's a lot of windmills being the windy city. So we're gonna go ahead, top off with gas because I don't know when the next gas station is. And I don't really care to run out of gas. Especially knowing out in the middle of nowhere, who knows how long it would take for somebody to bring us a can. Also, gas is more expensive out here, which I guess I kind of should have figured. But it's like 30 cents more for premium. So go ahead, fill up, get back on the road. I'll let you know if there's anything noteworthy. $18, 5.4 gallons later, back on the road for another 5.5 hours. I will say, biggest downside so far of taking the Golf is, I don't know how well you can see it, but I'm getting tons of freaking rock chips in the windshield just from stuff on the road and passing semis. That's one thing I don't love about Volkswagen is their paint and their glass are just super, super brittle. I'm thinking of putting a protective film on it. The shop I did part-time for, they offer a windshield PPF, and it's definitely crossed my mind on going that route to protect the windshield, just because these are kind of expensive to replace with the cameras and the sensors. So that is an option. If you have any experience with that, by all means, let me know down in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did it peel up? Did it mar pretty easily? That kind of stuff. Well guys, I think I've decided I'm going to turn this into a road trip review of the Mk8 GTI. Give you my thoughts on it on, I think it's like a 500 mile plus drive from where I live to Denver. So, first thing, it has been about 6 hours since I left this morning. I've talked a lot about the seats before, and they're still great seats. For a factory seat, that's a bucket seat. It does hold you in pretty well. It is pretty comfortable on daily drives. I would say even 2 hour plus drives, that range. 6 hours in, my ass is killing me, man. My back is great, but my butt is sore. So take that with a grain of salt. Everybody's different, but me personally, my butt's starting to not like me. So I think I'm gonna need to get out, move around some, and kind of stretch my legs here. Another thing I want to talk about is I've had a lot of questions on my exhaust. I have the AWE track exhaust. I don't have the Touring. The Touring has the extra resonator. I've had questions on, does it drone? How bad does it drone? Is it annoying? I'm going 75 right now. I'm in 6th gear. I'm just cruising, and really there's no drone. You can hear the exhaust just barely, but you hear more tire noise than you do exhaust. So I wouldn't really count that as drone. I would count that as you can hear the vehicle running. I drive this car every single day to and from work. Like I said, I'm on a 500 plus mile road trip right now. I can hear myself think. If somebody was next to me, I could have a conversation with them. I'm sure you guys can hear me pretty well right now. The wind and the tire noise is louder than the exhaust. So no, my exhaust does not
necessarily drone. I will say on cold starts, the first 5 minutes of the drive, it can get a little bit drony, but 99% of the time, I don't even know it's there unless I'm getting on it. Another question you may have, how does it ride? You've lowered the car. Is it doing okay? Is it bouncy? Does it car well? Absolutely. Absolutely, it does just fine. The only complaint that I do have, 2 complaints, I guess. One is my fault. They're both my fault, but one is more my fault than the other. The wheels and tires, the setup is very wide, and there's not a lot of sidewall, so I tend to feel things a little bit more. And then the other thing I would say is I have not reset the adaptive damping. Anyways, I didn't even know you needed to reset it and recalibrate it until about a month ago. I came across a video online showing us how to do that with an OBD11. So as soon as I get back from the trip, that will be something I do, and I'll let you know if I notice a difference with it. I guess it's something that you're supposed to do when you lower these cars with adaptive dampening. Speaking of the wheels, they are Rohanas. I forget the model. I'll look it up after I've filmed this video and put it right here so you guys can see what they are. They're 19 by, I think, 8.5 or 9s. I don't know the offset. I know that they're really aggressive because I have rubbed my fenders raw, like going to the beach in a netted bathing suit and getting sand inside of it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're one of the lucky ones. Anyways, they're just too wide for the setup. Justice's wheels got bent, and I gave her the 40th anniversary wheels, which I love those wheels, by the way. For a factory wheel, absolutely love them. They're light, which is why I'm bringing this up. These Rohanas are like 30 pounds a piece, and I have noticed a fairly significant gas mileage drop with them. I went from usually getting about a 410, 415 range till now I fill up, I get about 380 if I'm driving normal. If I'm really being conservative, I might can push it up just a little bit, but I'm getting about a 30-mile tank difference, which I guess if you break that up, we have about a 10, 11 gallon tank. So you're about 3 miles per gallon for these heavy wheels. If and when I take this car to the track, it will not be on this wheel setup because that's just too much unsprung weight. I could really shave off some time with some lighter wheels. I would like to say, having put about 70,000 miles on these Mk8s, this one's about 20,000, and Justice's is just like 45,000, so 65,000 total miles on Mk8s. The haptic buttons, they don't bother me. You learn to live with it and then use them just like regular buttons. I don't hardly ever hit it. If I do hit it, occasionally I hit the heated steering wheel button, and that's easy enough to deal with. You just turn it back off. But I'm never grabbing the wheel in a way that promotes me hitting those buttons, if that makes sense. I'm always up on the notches, the cutouts on the steering wheel, so it's never really bothered me. I could get the annoyance, but it is what it is. And Volkswagen listened to us anyways, and they're bringing the buttons back. Not that I personally think that that's a big deal, but I think for a lot of people that was a big turn off. So if you wanted the buttons, they're coming back on the Mk8 8.5. If you haven't watched that video, I will link it down in the description below. Also, before I go to the next clip, the camera, my dash cam that was sent out to me by Fitcamx, I will also link that in the description below if you're interested. Has been great. I haven't noticed any sort of adverse effects. The only small complaint I have is sometimes the app takes a little bit of time to pair with the camera when you're pulling footage off. Other than that, the camera works phenomenally, and I don't ever see it. It doesn't bother me. It's not in my vision, and that's a big thing for me. I don't like things blocking or obstructing my view on my windshield. That's just me personally. I don't mind gauges, like pillar gauges. I don't mind that stuff, but when it's mounted on the windshield, even like the GoPro right now, it's in my line of sight, and so I notice it. It bothers me, but that's just a personal pet peeve. So if you like that sort of thing, this camera would be great for you. If not, then it still probably would be great for you. Just saying. But anyways, yeah, that's about how the trip's going. There's nothing out here to look at. We're almost to Colorado. I've got an hour and 15 minutes left of the drive. And then if you guys have made it this far in the video, go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, and stay to the end because we have some awesome news to share with you guys. I finally got the okay. So that being said, I will meet you guys at the hotel. Well guys, we made it. We're all checked in, but I'm gonna finish this video off. We are partnering up with Unitronic to bring you guys some Unitronic software and the intercooler to the channel. So as soon as I get back from this trip, Unitronic's sending us out some of their merch, an intercooler, and a tune for us to try out and to give you our experiences. And what I think is going to be really great about this is we get to compare it to the 034 Motorsports tune, which we've been running for about a year now. Almost exactly on Justice's car, and then we've been doing it for about 6-7 months on my car. So that's pretty awesome. And that'll be able to allow me to try both of them and tell you my honest opinions on both tunes, what I do and don't like about both of them, if there's anything that I don't like about the Unitronic software. But like I said, that's where I'm gonna end today's video off. Thank you for coming on the drive with me. I will catch you next time. Stay tuned because we do have a lot of stuff coming for the channel. I'm Austin, this is Octane Media. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the drive. Peace.